What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We are working on the GSXR again. So last time you guys saw this, you saw that what started off as a complete bike has now ended up being pretty much just a skeleton. We took this thing apart to figure out why the light stopped working. There's a plug that goes from the main harness to the front harness, and what happens is they over time let water in and they corrode. One of the previous owners has attempted a fix, and their fix is essentially just cutting out the plugs and yeah, just going at it with some different methods. When we untaped it, this was swimming in water. Now when we were trying to diagnose the problems, we were finding that we had continuity to like the headlight plugs, so we were really confused as to why we weren't getting any light. Basically, even if you do have continuity, if there's not enough connection, then essentially the signal's just not strong enough. At least that's what I've been told. Gonna have a look and see how much of the wire is corroded, if any of it is corroded. We've got new plugs that have came in, waterproof plugs, that we are going to fit back into the OEM placement. Hopefully this fixes the problem. We'll soon find out. It's the indicators and the headlight and main beam that aren't working, so they're the ones that we're going to focus on. We have waterproof plugs. We're going to use these bullet connectors on the ends of these and on the ends of the loom, and we're going to use heat shrink to cover over them. Habibi! Industrial heat shrink, which is going over the entire loom from both ends of the plug.
Weapons grade heat shrink, mate.
It is weapons grade heat shrink, and we're not going to say where it's from, actually. So yeah, so let's.
You're 5 minutes, fucked half your recording already.
Yeah.
How much of that do you need to say?
You've literally been here for 1 minute, Jack. 1 minute, and I'm needing to cut out so much already.
7 minutes. Have you tried the fresh bulbs?
Yeah, I have.
Have you tried them recently?
Yeah,
How recently?
like last week.
Try them now. I'm curious.
Right, okay. Fresh bulbs. Here we go. Motorcycle headlight bulb. Whoop whoop. Go ahead, Habibi.
The light's in the wrong place in here.
The light is in the wrong place in here. It is so inconvenient.
Oh, to be fair, if you put it in face first, it would be light, but...
Aye. So,
wait,
get this
the ones
one out.
that you can't touch?
Well, preferably don't touch them, but if you do, then you do.
It's a Danny.
It is a Danny. He's just got back from Glasgow. Jack. Giving me heart attacks, man. No, it's this one up here. Key. Okay, so, right, let's see. So, problem is, essentially when the ignition comes on, that light is supposed to come on straight away because it's a full-time running light. I'll show you guys what we've got. No light. No light. Now, high beam, nothing. Right? So, with the ignition on, they should work. But, clearly not working. Now, on top of that, indicators, nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, it's really loose in the holder.
I know, that's what I was thinking as well. I don't like it, but it is what it is. I'll put the hazards on instead. Again, nothing. Which is extremely frustrating because one time that I came here after figuring out this problem, the indicators did start working randomly. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. It's drying out. The loom's drying out, so we're all right. But I came back the next time, tried it again, and they stopped working again. So, pain in the ass. Just no idea what is going on with this thing. But it just kind of all points towards water ingress in the loom.
No. Boop.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, that's a really shitty.
It's a really watertight.
It's not watertight, it's shitty. That should go.
It does go.
Doesn't it? Can we just shimmy together? Doesn't it? I think it does. Oh,
It does.
It does that.
It's
Aye.
not a seal.
Fuck, right, where was I? So,
condensation, mate. That's what I mean.
Indicators were working, came back the next again time, and they were not working. Would you shut the fuck up, please? I'm gonna lose my shit. I'll lose my shit.
What did it fuck?
I need these guys. I need these guys here. There's a reason. There's a reason why they're here. I'm losing the will, bruv.
I fixed it. It goes thunk and thunk. Double thunk and.
Right, so last thing you guys saw was Jack working on this loom. Took a bit longer than expected, but at the end of the day, to be honest, man, although using these bullet connectors is probably a safer way of doing it rather than just soldering them and heat shrinking them, I hate how it looks. So I spoke to one of my friends who was an Audi tech, and he said that whenever they found corrosion in any cables, they would cut about 20 centimeters off of each end of that corrosion and freshen out all of that copper that was in there. So I think I'm going to take more from that, and I'm going to cut off a little bit more than what me and Jack were doing the other night. But I need to get my soldering iron, which I've misplaced. No surprise in this place. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack on with my Rectifier Relocation Kit. Okay, so now that the rectifier has been removed, we need to unplug this and this, because right now they're routed in a way where everything is just in the way. It'll be easier to just disconnect them and then reroute it down from here, so that when it sits along the frame here, the harness can reach it. Now that that is done, we'll have a look and I'll show you guys what we've got with that kit. So we've got the bracket itself, which is that kind of shape. We have two short 6mm bolts and then two longer ones as well. Now with the longer ones, you've got locking nuts on them as well that are Loctite ones, 3 washers, well, yeah, and a 20mm spacer. So I'll have a look at these basic instructions that I've been given, and hopefully I can make this work. Right, so the way that I routed these cables, we had these two obviously going down here. I didn't want anything to get in the way of the air box or the air ducts that come from these two channels, so I put them underneath these cables, and that's left me with a little bit of slack. So I could probably tidy this up a little bit more, which probably will do, but I mean majority of it will probably be hidden by the fairings, but as long as they're not in the way of what I'm going to put in here now, which will be airbox and ducts and then the fuel tank, then should be absolutely fine, and that's that job done. I'm gonna save you guys the pain of watching me with this tiny little 3mm Allen key. I'll just show you guys what I'm doing next, because I'm gonna be at this for like 10 minutes and it's literally just doing like 1/8 of a turn each time. It sucks. BRB. Right, well, now I am going to attempt to put this fuel tank on by myself. Wish me luck. My apologies, the last time I spoke to you, we were fitting the tank, right, and the phone died or I ran out of memory or something there. Pain in the ass, by the way. There's 4 bolts that kind of sit under here, which are based on like a pivot, and there's 2 on top, 2 at the bottom. Get the bottom ones in first and then do the top, otherwise you're just going to have a terrible time. You can try lifting the tank, everything, but they just will not line up. Me and Jack over there, oh baby, managed to throw the rest of the bike together, so yeah, she is all, well, relatively complete now. I managed to finish off the loom, still got the same problems and whatnot though, but I mean, yeah, it is what it is. This we're not going to put back together yet, and the reason why is because the bike, taking it as far as I can with my knowledge, so the bike's going to a garage. Not what I wanted to do with it, would have liked to have worked on it myself, but clearly there's something going on that I just can't put my finger on. My friends can't put their finger on either, so just is what it is. We'll get it away, give it to a professional and get them to sort it out. We will get this thing loaded up. We're just waiting on Elliot and Stevie turn up with the trailer, get it loaded up, get it dropped off, and that'll be that. Anyways, peace out. I'll see you in the next one.